Namaste, Soul Circle.
My name is Stephen Michael James. I've done a lot of different modalities so far in my life, and I love integrating them all into medicine that helps serve people get to their highest good.
I'm Candice. I've always felt the pull towards the metaphysicals and the energies of the people around me. Through my journey of self-growth and self-love, I came to understand that I'm actually an empath and a healer by nature.
I'm a certified Reiki master, a spiritual life path coach. I'm also a master crystal healer too.
Integrating my experiences as a support worker, a mother, a woman of color, and with my degree in behavioral sciences.
I was a hereditary practitioner. My grandmother was a wise woman.
I'm able to dig deeper into my spirituality with a variety of modalities that align with both Western ideals of healing and holistic principles.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I'm super excited and I'm ready.
I am ready, and we can't wait to meet you. Namaste, Soul Circle! I am Stephen Michael James.
And I'm Candice Elizabeth, and we're from Arcana, Mind, Body, Spirit, located here in Toronto, Canada, but also in Mexico.
Mexico! Viva Mexico! One of the great things about Arcana is we are a worldwide organization now. So we are taking it across borders here and there. So, Candice, I miss you and I love you so much.
I miss and love you too, and maybe I'll see you very, very soon.
Maybe. Possibly. I think we may be setting some intentions around that tonight. We'll have to see. So
Yep.
all of the hard work of making some of the things that are occurring right now have been work that we've been working on all year. And it's all been manifested using moon cycles and the wheel of the year. And I couldn't have done any of it without you, my dear.
Yes, I feel the same. It's been a really, really great year of seeing everything kind of come together and manifest into tangible things. And I said this year, at the beginning of this year, that I wanted my work to be tangible things. I didn't want to dream the dream. I wanted to and be in it. So it's happening, and it's fantastic and super exciting. And the year's not even over yet, so there's definitely a lot more to come.
Yes, absolutely. So super pumped about that. If this is your first time joining us, welcome to Arcana, Mind, Body, Spirit, and we are here to celebrate the new moon in Virgo. Super excited. Love me some Virgo. She's very important to all of us. If again, this is your first time, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below so that you can be here for all of Arcana's different occasions that we celebrate here, both online and on our YouTube channel. You can find us at www.arcanamindbodyspirit.com. Again, YouTube, same name, Arcana Mind Body Spirit. Facebook, same name, Arcana Mind Body Spirit. Instagram, same name, Mind Body Spirit. Okay, so make sure you hit all of those things below. On our website, you're going to see a whole list of different services that we have available. We have everything from life path coaching. We have Reiki energy healing and body work available. We have astrology and natal chart discovery, tarot readings, all kinds of things. So head on over there and have a look and see how we can best serve you. All right, so again, if it's your first time, Arcana's mission is to provide an inclusive community focused on self-discovery and self-development using holistic and metaphysical principles. So if you found us, I think you found us for a reason. Super pumped about that. So before we get going, I just want to say hi to everyone watching out there. I see a few people from all over the world. We have some Australia and Italy saying hi. Hello, friends. Hello, hello. Nice to see you.
Hi.
So it is a new moon. So Let's talk about what you do on a new moon, shall we? So, new moon is your time to set new intentions. The moon goes in an approximately 28 to 29 day cycle. We have 13 new moons a year, which means we have 13 chances to make a huge focused difference that will be in line with the natural cadence of the universe, which can really, really help you grow and thrive and bloom in the world. So, super excited about all of that. Every new moon is based on the solar cycles and what sign it is taking place in. And this time around, we'll be setting our intentions in Virgo, the lovely, lovely Earth Maiden.
Yes. I feel like we have a lot of really amazing Virgos in our life.
Yeah.
Mostly people that I've met from you. Personally, in my own journey, I didn't really have a lot of Virgo people in my life. And all my greatest Virgos I've met through you, Stephen.
I can't survive without my Virgos. They keep this air sign grounded, so I do love that.
Yeah. So shall we talk a little bit about, did you want to talk a little bit more about what to do on it, or should I go into more about what a Virgo is?
Let's talk a little bit more about what Virgo is going to be, and then we'll talk about how to use Virgo to work this new moon.
Perfect. So, Virgos. Oh, Virgos. So they are like, this is the perfect thing, and this is actually the perfect energy for me right now because it goes with exactly what I want to be doing and how I want to do it. So
Yeah.
I feel like, and it's perfect time, like the summertime, we've enjoyed it, we've relaxed, we've, had some fun with our family, our friends, or whatever. We were able to get out of the house, out of this quarantine. So everyone's kind of like and like just living free for a bit, right? But this Virgo energy and this Virgo task that you want to do right now to really harness this, it's time to, for lack of a better word, time to get our shit together. So, had our fun. We let our hair out. I had the braids. I had my hot girl summer. And now...
Oh, yeah, your braids!
I know, yeah. I took them out. It's time to get your shit together. It's time to make those lists. It's time to go through the things that you need to get done. Make a list of them. Go through them. If there's that thing that you kind of been putting aside, get it done. Now is the time to get all that stuff done. This is like, I feel like this new moon energy and the cycle until the next one, this is a great time to, when you like do something, you're like, I don't know if anyone else does this, but when you like put like a $20 bill in your winter coat and then you put it away, and then it's summertime and everything, and the next year when you put your winter coat back on, eventually you like surprise yourself with this 20. Sometimes I do that. It sounds like you wouldn't forget because I always forget that it's there, and I always surprise myself with this 20. It's like, oh, I love my past self. Thank you, past self, for loving the future self.
Yeah.
And that's what the new moon energy is about, right? So get those things done, get your shit together, make those lists, prioritize, visualize, a very clear visualization so that you can thank yourself later, right? Yeah. Virgos, they're like, they love to learn and gather information, right? But they like process it like a little computer, and then they have it and it's like all laid out and all organized, and it's all systematically placed. And that is definitely the energy that's happening right now. I know I'm feeling it for one.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be using that energy, right? It's like, it's an opportunity to learn. Virgos have a kind of like childlike energy of like wanting to learn and gain more information, but also processing it and then being able to let it release it in a way that other people can also use it as well.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so I think that's a great, I think that's the energy right now. I don't know, Stephen, are you kind of feeling that vibe as well?
Absolutely. I have a lot of, I feel like a lot of new beginning energy that's taking place right now for me as I'm sitting here in Mexico. And I am just working the like, make a list. What do you want? What is coming forward for you? Like what, like I always feel that in the year. And I feel like North American society, we all start school in September. It is literally that energetic time where it's like, let's go. Let's, yeah, it is across the board. And also I always find it really interesting that, like the Earth Maiden, of course, Virgo, she's, a lot of her stories are also tied to Persephone. And, you know, that image of Persephone, like picking the flowers, the Earth Maiden picking the flowers. It's also harvest season. It is time to pick those flowers. So it's so interesting to me how the whole wheel works together. And every time we get to Virgo, I feel Virgo. I feel it. Yeah.
Right. And it's also, it's important as well with that Virgo energy. It's almost like the perfectionist comes out because Virgo can be very much that way.
Yeah.
And so coming off of everything that you just had, it's like, it feels almost drastic to me. And I know for myself personally, with that Virgo energy around, I have to remind myself to also be kind and not become a perfectionist and not want to like kill myself trying to get everything done. But at the same time, like I said, it's about thanking yourself later.
Yeah.
Do the thing that's going to make you thank yourself later on.
Yes.
You know? So, and that includes being kind. Don't have a panic attack. You're not going to thank yourself later for the panic attack you self-induced in September 2021. Okay.
Like, you don't need to have that in the air too right now, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So so I think that's great. So let's I quickly was scribbling this down earlier when you were talking for those who want to put this into their notebook. If you didn't catch it on the cover, whoop, there we go.
I am.
Boom.
Virgo.
There she be. Carve it into your candle. Carve it into your list so that you remember, or however you're going to write out your intentions. There's your symbol for a Virgo.
Yeah, I love that. We always carve it into our intention candle. So if you want to do what we do, take that one candle and work with it only for moon work all year long. It's pretty exciting when you see all the signs and it smells so good as you anoint with the oils. On that note, if you're going to be setting your intentions and you would like to be using some oils or spices to work with, the energies to honor Virgo, you want to work with really fragrant things. So we have fennel, we have lavender, peppermint, skullcap is also really good, licorice, like that, really strong, and then thyme is also really good too. A lot of the time for Virgo, if you don't have any of those accessible, just go and take the nature that surrounds your garden. Spend some time and literally go to the naturally growing things. It could just be grass. It could just be that one tree you have on your, like just outside your condo or whatever it is. But usually at this time of year, things are beginning to naturally harvest. So by taking some of those things, that really uses that energy. So as you'll see from me, I do have a little bit of the spices in there, but it's not really my focus. My focus is on like the natural foliage around me, because honestly this is very different than Toronto foliage. So I'm really sort of honoring the beauty in that. And I also found this is just a huge shell that I'm using now as my like offering stand. So I think that'll be coming home or whatever comes next with me.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm just taking some stuff that I have honestly in my little garden here, especially some things that I'm going to be using. I'm making hot sauce with my partner, so I decided to use a little bit of that, and just some things that, again, I'm thinking about the Virgo energy, and Virgos are best when they are accomplishing things and working and doing those things. So I wanted to take some of the stuff that's from there as goals of things I'm going to work on and accomplish as well. So I just plucked some of that from the garden here.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, a couple of crystals. I wanted to list off a couple crystals or stones people can work with. Yeah. So moss, agate, green jade, amethyst, red jasper, citrine. What else? Tourmaline crystals. Those are all really good ones for specifically Virgo. So
Yeah.
if you got them, use them.
The other thing that's really great to work with on any new moon, if this is your first time doing moon work, is quartz. Set an intention with quartz and use that quartz every single day. Quartz is fantastic because it holds a vibration. It is the highest vibrating stone out of the whole mineral kingdom. It's a really great one to have there. And then labradorite is another great stone. Ooh, look at that flash there. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, this is known for like divine feminine and the energy work that's based around the moon, like selenite, kind of that same vibe. So, good ones to have if you are a crystal goddess out there. If you are watching, please leave in the comments below. What are you working with? What are your tools this time around? Okay, let's talk astrologically before we dive into our intention setting here. So, astrologically, there is something that's really big that's happening in the sky right now. And it is Mars and Neptune are in opposition to each other. Now, what does that mean? Usually when things are in opposition, it means that their energies are fighting. Okay, it means that there's something going on. It's not that they're conjunct and working harmoniously. It means they're in opposition against each other. So when you look at Mars is like the spark. It's passion. It's like very fiery energy. And then Neptune is almost the opposite. It's like ethereal and dreamy and sleepy and dozy almost. So we have these two things that are sort of fighting each other. So right now you might find that you might be making all of these lists and all of these like Virgo-y intentions, but we're still kind of fighting that like dozy, lethargic energy right now. So if you're feeling that, you're not alone in the world. The stars are putting that together up there for us. In order to battle that, if Virgo is about making your lists and doing this stuff, Mars is about your passion. Okay, so how to avoid being lazy and sort of Neptune-y and dreamy is to take the things that you're passionate about. What are you passionate about this month? Make lists around that stuff. This isn't the month where you'll have to be like, okay, it's Virgo, I have to do my taxes, I have to, like, no. You will not get that done this month. This is about what are you passionate about? Let's do that stuff. What makes your heart feel like it's going to grow that Earth Maiden garden? I thought that was a really nice analogy for the energies of the stars to go along with this time of the year. I really liked it. And then lastly, for all of you who have a more like ritualized practice, for people who like to work with Earth energy, every Virgo season, I always have this image. I used to do this ceremony a little bit myself, to be honest. You take flowers. Sometimes you can get them harvested yourself. Sometimes you can even go to the garden, like a store, and buy some actual flowers that resonate with you. And sit down in the grass somewhere and take one rose or flower, whatever you're using, and place it down very orderly in front of you. And then think of one thing in your life that you're very grateful for and how that thing can grow. And then keep going around very organized, placing one thing at a time until you are sitting in a full circle around. And remember, it's not like this energy. We're not Ariesing these flowers all over the place here. This is very subtle, placing what am I grateful for and how could that grow? What could that grow? So if you have time, I would recommend doing something beautiful like that. Candice, is there anything you'd like to add to this before we get to what we were talking about for last new moon?
Yeah, as you were talking, I was just thinking about the corresponding major arcana card that goes with Virgo, which is the Hermit card. And again, when you're choosing the things that you want to focus on to use the new moon, and also considering the Virgo energy, and going back to what I was saying earlier about your future self thinking, your past self, think of the hermit who like goes, and goes inward and finds the passion, finds what's best for him, finds the life's lessons in order to share that wisdom, right? So it might look like something like that. It might be something that's more internal. It might be something that, like you said, isn't in Aries, like throwing all the flowers everywhere. It might be something that's more more subtle or more precise or more contemplative and systematic, right? But also within what is passionate to you, and maybe you need to figure that out. So this might be a good thing. It might not be that like you fix the leaky pipe that's been in the back of your mind that you should have got done, but maybe you're going to put the pieces together that are going to make you move into a place that doesn't have any leaky pipes. Whatever it is, after this, I feel like we'll all be thanking ourselves for whatever steps we did take. And it might look different for everyone, but like you said, it's going to be systematic. It's going to be organized. It's going to be, it might be more internalized. It could look more like that hermit doing that work, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. I love me some hermit. Love hermit. I always thought that if like I could have a life path card that was any life path, it would be the hermit. I love that idea of like, don't worry, I'll go it alone. I'll go first. I'll do the work first. I love that. Yeah. Shout out to all the hermits out there. If you have your hermit card, let us know. If you know your life path, even write that in the comments below. I'm a life path 5, so I'm a party in a box, let me tell you. All right. So, Candice, last new moon. What were you calling on in, and how did that work for you?
So I think my focus was to not worry about all the things that I was doing in terms of getting it done, or like constantly having to remind myself and nitpicking at myself to get things done. I think I did let go of that. I think I just kind of enjoyed the days as they came. I got things done. Some things I maybe didn't get done, but I wasn't stressing myself out or feeling guilty. In fact, I feel like the last little bit, I didn't even really have to do any of that. The universe and the situations that were handed to me kind of changed the course of that regardless. I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
It just came as it was through the passing of my father and in the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
And so things changed. It wasn't about my goals and those things, and it wasn't about me thinking about all these things. I had other priorities, and they took over, and that's what I was doing. And I feel like now it's like I've had some time, and I'm ready to move on to the next thing. And so sometimes it's funny. Sometimes you have all of these goals and these plans and how you're going to do everything, and I asked for something, and it definitely came in a way that I wasn't necessarily expecting, in a way that wasn't necessarily pleasurable in any sense of the way.
No.
But nonetheless, it brought the lessons that I needed, and it brought me to the place where I needed to be. So
yeah.
Sometimes it just comes and you don't have control, and it's not what you expect, but you get the lesson anyway. So.
Oh, that universe.
Yeah. She is full of surprises and magic.
I'm really grateful on that note that with all the changes that have taken place over the last while, I'm glad that I was still in Toronto to be there.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad you were also. Yeah.
And we had one of our other best friends fly all the way to Toronto and be there. Shout out, you know who you are.
Yes. So. Much love to all of my friends and family who have been there during this last month. It's been very nice to have all the supports, and very eye-opening to my own strengths. And I don't know that I would have been able to handle and do the things that I had to do and get done for my mom and for my family if it were 5 years ago. I don't know how I would have been reacting or how I would have been coping.
Yeah.
So it was really nice to see for myself my resiliency and how I've grown and can handle things, and also be there for my family at the same time. So it's been good. It's been lovely to have my family around and my friends. And when I say family, I mean my chosen family.
Yeah.
You guys know.
Yeah. Cheers to you with moon water with
Cheers
some
to
lemon.
yourself.
And cheers to an amazing man.
Yes, he definitely was an amazing man. Mwah. Love you, Dad.
All right.
So, Stephen, what about you? So, I know a lot has also changed for you. I feel like this last month, so many changes for both of us. And
So much.
yeah, it all happened really, really fast, and it was all like a lot. I feel like it was just a lot, and it came really quick.
Yeah. I mean, if you've been following Arcana for this year, we are located primarily in Toronto, Canada, and Toronto is one of like the most hit hard lockdown cities in the world. So it felt like forever and ever and ever that we were begging for change. We were begging for things to happen. We were so used to the world going so slow. And it would be like, okay, we've learned our lessons of patience, and then immediately, again, it's still so slow and so slow, and all year it just felt like that. And then it was around June when we were doing, I think it was full moon in June, we started feeling like things were opening and life was starting to take place again. We started getting excited, and now things are like change is on fast forward in a very exciting way, in a very positive way, I'll say, for me in the last month. Something that I've been really holding space for all year, just to like be in a new environment and try something new. I'm down here in Mexico having a really incredible time, getting my hands dirty, doing some work. I can't really talk about what I'm doing down here per se, but I'm spending time a lot with nature right now, and luckily there are some people that I love who live here in Tulum, so it's been nice to spend time with, again, some chosen family who we don't really get to see all that much. So that has been really lovely. Now, my intention around all of this was, in knowing that so much change was coming so quickly, because it just came so quick, oh my gosh, I wanted to stay present, because I kept saying that I feel like we've done so much work all year in setting expectations and putting our intentions out to the universe, and like we had done so much work that I wanted to just be really present. I wanted to just be here, be now, be there. No matter how fast everything came rolling and starting, I wanted to just exhale and be there. And I feel like I've done a very good job with it, even in the moments where I can get caught up in my air sign, like, oh my gosh, let's go on to the next thing. Just a few really grounding things happened that was like, right, other things occur, like the passing of your father. It was something that was very like, right, these things take place. But not everything was on a grand scale like that. But there were some moments that were like, wow, okay, things look different. So how did I do with it? I think I did very well. And again, the universe reminded me when I needed to get more present. So I'm very grateful for it. Again, I am so happy for where I am and what I'm doing right now. This is all new moon work. Literally, this is a manifestation. This is what manifestation looks like. So I'm super grateful.
Yes.
So I guess it's time, as I say grateful, why don't we take a few minutes? If you are doing the work, please grab your notebook. I have 2 notebooks here and they look almost identical. Grab your notebook, and we're going to be taking a few minutes to write out the things that we are grateful for. Okay? Also, Candice, can I just, does your book smell as good as mine from last time?
My book does smell lovely. Today I'm writing in a different book, so I'm going to be putting this into my other book once I am home with my usual book that I do my work in. So today I'm improvising with, this is usually the book I use. This notebook that I'm using today is the book that we wrote our business plan in.
Oh, great.
It's the notebook that I've done some school stuff in when I was doing the metaphysical stuff online and different things like that. So I'm writing in this book today.
I feel like that is extremely Virgo of you.
I would agree. I would agree.
All right, make a gratitude list, everybody.
Here we go.
All right, how you doing with your gratitude?
I am done with my gratitude. Are you?
I am. Love me some gratitude. Okay, I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
So my word since I've been here is held. I, in the last month, have just been so grateful for how supported I am. And my ears are ringing, and I just got goosebumps as I said that. I feel like I'm supported by so many people and things, and just I feel super supported. My husband, my chosen family, like you and the other people in our life. Even when it comes to my work, my clients, my colleagues, I feel so much support from so many of them. When we're doing healing work with people, the amount of support and love that comes through from them. And then coming down to be here, there was a day when I got to go to the beach. I was laying in the water, and I was like feeling the water holding my body. And then I went to the sand, and I could like feel the earth underneath me like holding me. And then like I stood up, and I was jogging back, and like there was wind everywhere, and I just felt supported by that, and the fire all around me. Like I am super, I just feel so held right now. I feel supported and held by everything and everyone. in the universe, all the people I love, all the natural cycles of the world. I have so much gratitude for that right now.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it's a really beautiful feeling. So, held. What about you?
Yeah. I feel like I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the people in my immediate life, my partner, his daughter, my daughter, of course, my lovely, sweet girl, my mother, my sister, all my friends, and the people who really came through to support me. Another close friend of mine who we hadn't really been speaking that much as of late, and we kind of reconnected, and it's been really nice to have her back as a steady flow in my life. But I think as I speak right now to what I'm grateful for the most was grateful for opportunities. I had an opportunity to, I feel like there's things you take for granted, and your relationships with people that you see all the time, sometimes it's easy to take for granted or become complacent because they've always been there and they've always been a part of your life. And on my dad's last hours of his life, I was able to be there in a time where there's COVID and most people aren't allowed to do that. I was given an opportunity to do so, and I was able to be there, not just for him, but for my mother, for my sister. And I'm super, super grateful that I had the opportunity to do that. I'm super grateful for having the perspective now of how great the relationship I had with my father is or was, and how I can still have a relationship with him. It'll just be a different kind of relationship. How I have no regrets in that relationship. I have no regrets in anything that was between him and I. And I'm super, super grateful for that. I'm super grateful for how much I see myself in him, how much the things that I do are very much him, and I can see the things in him that are probably things to work on, and maybe those aren't lessons that he was able to finish for himself, but has passed that and given that to me to carry on and complete those life lessons. So I'm very, 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 very grateful for that.
That was very well put and very beautiful.
Yes.
Very beautiful.
No, thank you, my friend.
Well,
So
let's move on. Shall we set some intention?
move on. Let's set some intentions. Yes.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
All right, how's your intention setting going over there?
Good.
Is it all
All right.
orderly and organized like a Virgo?
I did. I made a list this time. I made a beautiful list.
If you've been here before, there are times where we just draw symbols and just one word and yeah. So it's very listy. I too. So this morning I made a crazy long list of 29 things I want to get done in the next month. So I'm definitely feeling the vibe of the list. So I'll start first with that because my intention is kind of simple.
Okay.
I want to see through the things that I wrote on that list this morning. Some of them are just very basic, just finish editing a video or write the next thing, just sort of stay, some things like that, where other things are actually much larger, much larger. But I found myself on my intention list here putting honor yourself by seeing through the things that you've started. This is sort of my, and I will do it as Virgo as I possibly can because I actually only do things that I want to do. You know, when I was talking about that Mars and Neptune thing, I don't really spend a lot. I don't have a job where I do something that I dislike. I'm pretty, I do the things I like. So for me, I'm going to honor this month by just doing the things on the list, sticking to it, check it off, allow myself the gratitude as I check it off and see those flowers grow, those Virgo Earth Maiden flowers bloom. But yeah, seeing things through. See it through. Nice. What about you?
I feel like mine is basically the same as far as seeing things through. I just worded it differently. I basically just want to make sure that I've wrote down all the things that I need to do. It's almost like there's the biggest thing and then all the little things that are connected to that, right? I have a lot of writing that I need to get done. I have a lot of things that I need to get done, a lot of traveling based things that need to happen and get done and what that's going to entail while I'm there. So all those things, but at the end of the day, it's all about taking advantage of all opportunities and all of the experiences, not just to have fun and be living in the moment, which I feel like can come very easy to me, but to go back to what I said earlier, I want to be in a place where I'm going to thank my past self for setting up where I'm going to be in the future. I want to thank my past self. So it can't just be about a good time and being in that moment, but also making sure that I'm aware of the opportunities that it might be laying out something for me in the future. Just by being aware and kind of being a little bit more systematic with the way that I'm going to do things. Still always being in that moment and enjoying it, but knowing that perhaps if I listen a little harder or I'm a little more intentional in those moments with certain people that I cross paths with, perhaps I will more intentionally open some doors for myself and won't spend next month wondering what's going to happen next, but kind of see it kind of laid out and be a little bit more expecting of the end result. I'll never be able to predict the path, but at least I can see the end result a little more clearly. And I think if I do this, by the time I'm setting intentions next time, they're going to be even more clear. Yeah. And so I think this work will be, if I do this, I'll have more clarity. And next month when we set our intentions, I'll definitely have some very, very clear ideas of exactly what I want to be doing and why.
Yeah. And next new moon is going to be pretty interesting because let's say we make up our minds next month on any of our intentions that we're talking about. It's going to be in Libra. So Libra is going to be all about oh my gosh, which one do I choose? Oh God. So I can already see exactly what's happening this year. I can see it all happening right now.
Yeah. Yes. I feel like there'll be some decisions that need to be made, but my goals now are, I feel like the Libra stuff will be more personal, and I think it won't be anything that's going to be detrimental.
Yeah.
So the stuff that is detrimental, that's what I'm getting clarity on now, because I won't. The indecisiveness will come with the maybe more emotional based stuff, like, oh, there's someone's feelings. Maybe they don't really want me to do that, but oh well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. He'll see. Who knows? I've learned the hard way and in very real way. You can't plan it all out the way that you want, but I can sure as hell try. And like I said, the lesson will come nonetheless. So
Yeah.
here we go.
All right, let's destroy these intentions.
Don't mind me while I walk over to my garden.
If you have never seen Why We Destroy Intentions, the reason behind that is there's power in releasing your intention. When you let the universe do its work, it will show up for you, but you have to let it do its work. Right? So that is why we do all of the things. There's this herb that my good friend Walter from the Haven Project here in Tulum, he was just telling me about this flower, this green, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's indigenous to here in the Yucatan Peninsula, and it smells so good. It smells so good. So I'm grateful to have a little bit of here in my intentions from the Earth Maiden.
All right. Can't wait to smell that flower.
It smells so good. It's just like, it almost looks like arugula, but it's totally different. I don't know. It smells almost like licorice-y, kind of like fennel, like that kind of smell, but not really. It's more fragrant, like a flower, like a
Nice.
lavender. It's cool. But she smells good.
Mine's very spicy.
Yeah, it's quite spicy. It's all pepper leaves and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And with that, the big mess, we will now let it go until our full moon.
Yes.
So in 2 weeks' time, we're going to be doing a full moon, and who knows? We may have a visitor down here in Cancun.
We may.
We may. We'll see how all of our intentions crumble this month and come together. So I'm excited.
We shall.
Well, thank you all for being here today. I want to let you all know that we have our new Element videos premiering this month. Super excited about it.
So grateful for them. I've been waiting for this. I'm so glad we finally did it.
Yeah, super pumped about that. So please make sure you, when you head on over to those videos, leave comments below. Let us know how you feel intrigued, the medicine of it, what's your relationship like in each of these elements, and where you are with your balance of those elements. And of course, again, if you're interested in finding out about how all of your elements work together, head on over to our website, and we have all different kinds of services where we'll actually get to look at your chart and see what your balance is. We can do some life path coaching and see how your choices are all helping you make progress towards the things that you would like. You can find all of that at arcanamindbodyspirit.com, as well as on our social media platforms. And if you're having any trouble with that, just send us a message. You can just shoot us a message and we will get you organized to get started with one of your first treatments with us. We're super excited about it. All right, Candice, do you have anything you'd like to add before we bid everyone adieu?
Nope, I think that's great. I'm feeling very Virgo-y and ready to do the work.
I love that. And for those of you who need a little bit of ocean healing, I mean, it's not really in focus there, but I promise you she's gorgeous and right out there. And I'm sending all of that vibe directly to all of you.
Thanks, Stephen.
You're welcome. You're going to see that we have a whole bunch of content coming to you from down in these parts, and we're going to be working with other channels and stuff over here, so you'll see a lot of fun things coming your way soon.
Yay.
Awesome.
All right.
Happy full moon, everyone.
Happy moon. Oh, yes, new moon.
Excuse me, I was trying to say we'll see you all at full moon. Happy new moon.
Yes.
Namaste, Soul Circle.
Namaste, Soul Circle. Much love.